So, I'm streaming from my phone. What's up, everybody? Got on a tripod here. So, I am making a frame here for the K40, 12 and 1/8 by 14 by 14. I got some support rods going. It's all going to be aluminum. We're going to weld it with some Blue Demon brazing rods, which should be somewhere in my toolbox. I can't remember where I put them. Are they down here? They're somewhere. I guess I'll have to find them, but I know I have a pack of them. The question is, where did I put them? Dremel parts, maybe? Yep, here they are. Okay. So we're going to be using, this is for using welding slash brazing aluminum. So I've already started on this, and you can see I've got the K40 gutted. I've already cut the duct shorter with my jigsaw and then ground the edge down with the Dremel. So basically we have more cut area on the K40 than it ships with. So you have to cut this down so it doesn't hit the laser. So this is going to get screwed back in, and then the actual laser travel mechanism is going to go back in here. So I'm using just some simple hand tools here. I've got some 3/4 square aluminum profile here, or extrusion, whatever you want to call it. And I've already got 2 pieces cut here. So 14 1/4 by 14 1/4. And this will make the longer part of the frame, so I'm going to cut 2 of these down to 12 and 1/8. So I'm going to use, I got a little jig here on my workbench. We're going to use that with just a handsaw with a metal blade in it. And I'm going to hold it in place with some clamps. So I just figured I'd pop on stream here. I don't know how much I'm going to be talking, but looks like I should be able to get one more cut out of here. So I need 12 and 1/8 on this. So I'm going to mark this. I got this at the edge of the corner here. So 12 and 1/8 right here. I'm just going to mark it with a permanent marker. 12 and 1/8. All right. And connect that. And I know I need to go that way with it. So I'm not, obviously I can't see live chat because my phone screen is facing that way, but I'll check in a little bit. And I got some Anders Jensen in the background here on my Chromecast. Let's see, I love this song. All right. I usually bend it off at the end here.
Up.
So I'm just going to grind this down so it's flush. All right, so it's not perfect, but I'll be able to fill in the gaps. So I'm gonna clamp this. I think I got some ceramic tile downstairs because we're gonna have to use a map torch to heat this up. And I'm gonna show you guys how this stuff works on this cutoff piece here. So I'm gonna go grab a piece of tile that I have laying in the basement, and we'll clamp this on top of there so I don't damage my workbench surface. So I'll be right back. BRB. Okay, so let me turn the music down. So let me see if I can switch to a closer camera here. All right, so how this stuff works is it's got a melting point, I think around 770 degrees, if I'm correct. Let's see here. I'm not seeing it on here, but so I've never used this stuff before. My dad uses this stuff a lot. So I'm going to try it out. He said to try it on a spare piece to get a feel for it. And he's also told me to put it, this is random tile that was in the basement. So I'm going to use this to test on. So I'm using MAP gas, which is higher heat than normal propane. So, and from what I've read and what I was told is you want to kind of heat it up and then test with the rod by dragging it. All right. And test with the rod by dragging it across to see if it's ready to melt yet. So I'm just going to see how this flows out. Okay, so you can see, so this behaves a lot like solder here. See? And this is what we're going to use to weld the two pieces, or the four pieces together. So, supposedly this stuff is as strong as welding. I haven't used it, but we're not putting a ton of strain on this stuff. This is just going to be holding a mesh piece to put the laser cut parts on. But yeah, that tile's doing pretty good. I was worried the tile might crack, but seems as hard as the normal aluminum. Let's see what live chat's saying here. What do you guys saying? Seems like gloves would be... Let's see, I maybe need some printing done. Let's see. I shaved because if I have to wear a mask, you can't have a beard. There's been a lot of beards sacrificed during this crisis. Okay, so what I want to do now is actually get these pieces together. And I think what I'm going to do... Whew, that's still hot. Oh, there was a sticker on here. Alright, so let me dip this in water. Alright, I am going to see if I have some gloves. I think I do. You might want some weight while heating them together. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't really have any high heat gloves now that I think about it. I guess I'm just going to have to use some pliers. In terms of weight, what do I have on here I can set on these? Oh, I got some brake rotors. Haha. All right. So I do have, these are just, I don't know, they're cloth gloves, whatever. I should be, all right, well, let me see here. What does it say? I'm gonna crack the garage door open so I get some fresh air. All right, let's, I'll put on an N95 here. Make sure it fits my face snug. How's that? Let's see, I do see a little thing on here that's got like the breathy thing. Let's see. says fumes and gases. I'm assuming from this definitely, oh yeah, look here. But I do have ventilation in the room here. Alright, so I have enough tile here to make like a whole frame. All right. Okay, so here's my shorter pieces here. So what I plan on doing is kind of putting this in the corner here, because obviously my cuts are not perfect by any means. So, but if I have this here, I can at least get the outside filled in and then move this away once I get it done. So, let's see here. This isn't putting much weight on here, unless I space this up. It looks pretty close. Do you have to use these upright? I haven't used these. It doesn't matter. Oh, use upright to prevent flare. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to orient this a different way. Alright, my cuts are not that good, but this supposedly can fill all this in, so let's give her a go. Let me check live chat before I start. Tim, you were driving out with the tack. You will move a bit at first. Don't worry too much. Just get all the pieces tacked. Yeah, because I can ground it down. Oh, tack all the corners. That's a good idea. Should put a spare in there before the weight goes on. Let it set for a bit, then bend together to finish. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Son of a bitch. Why is this not putting weight on the other thing? Alright, I heard the tile crack. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna tack all the corners then like Jim suggested, so I'm gonna let this cool for a sec. Oh, I got plenty of fresh air coming in. These things are really hard to breathe through. Whew. So, as you guys can see, I got my garage door cracked here. Let's see what live chat says. What do you guys have saying? I don't know why it doesn't show me. I could use the back of the tile, but whatever. These are the ones that Anycubic sent me these. Yeah, that's still pretty hot. What about over here? 100, I can touch that. Okay, so I just gotta stay away from here. The rotor's not that bad. All right. Yeah, this is just barely warm over here. Like, okay, so I just got that little bit. Look at that. It's impressive. I almost need like a piece under here. These are all like the cutoffs from when they built the house and they threw them in the basement. Alright. So this is the piece that goes here. I just need to see, these cuts are not good. This is my first time cutting aluminum. But it's gonna work. So that's actually looking pretty decent. All right, let me... Alright, I'll put my respirator back on and we're going to torch this corner. And this time I'm going to try to get the corner and set on top. And the thing is, it doesn't matter that these cuts are shit, because this will fill it in. Okay. Well, I still got, I'm just going to do this. It's better than nothing. All right, I'm going to let that cool. This stuff is nice. Holy shit. I dig it. For projects. Whew. Oh, fuck. This stuff's hard to breathe through. Live chat, what are you saying? Oh, move the rotor closer, it'll cool off faster. Good point. What are the welding rods? Blue Demon. You get them on Amazon. This is a pound of them. And the thing is, I'm gonna grind this all down too. So I'm gonna grind this all flush. So once I fill in all the gaps, I'm gonna grind it down so the top part is flush. So when I put the sheet of aluminum that's got all the perforation in it for the actual surface for the laser use, it'll sit flat. And I'm gonna try welding that sheet to this. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't weld it. I should just use self tappers, like one in each corner. Because you can even apparently drill and tap this stuff, and I have a tap and die set, so we can drill it and tap it. All right, let's see what we're sitting at here. This rotor is quite warm. And we're at like 270. We're good over there. It's good over there. Okay. So there we go. I mean, obviously it's flimsy, but that's damn strong for a tiny bit of material. All right. Get the last piece in here. Probably take the sticker off first. All right. All right. All right, this isn't too bad. Whew. Orion Motortech is the original maker of the K40. No, they aren't. I don't think so. It's just they're a reseller. Let me check up on live chat here. What's Tim making? A new picture frame for his desk. No, it's a bed for the K40 cutter. Yeah, I know I'm not melting the aluminum. Brazing is strong as welding. It's good for light. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this is light duty. There's not going to be really any strain on this because it's just going to be for setting stuff on in the laser cut area. So, yeah, we're still at like 300. I'm going to give that a sec. Actually, I'll just keep doing what I've been doing. I just check the ends. The ends are cool enough to handle, so. Yeah. Rotor's doing a good job sinking that heat away. Yeah, these are not that hot. So, and this doesn't need to be perfectly square either. It just has to be relatively square enough so it fits in the laser cutter. I have about an 1/8 inch tolerance on X and Y for inside the frame, so I didn't make this so it's perfect. I made this so I could easily make one of these by hand. All right. Okay. That fucking moved on me. Yeah, my cuts were not good, but I'll be able to fill this in. Like I said, doesn't need to be perfect. I just need a relative rectangle to fit in my laser. All right, I'm gonna let that cool down for a little bit. So you can see here I have the actual frame removed, so I just need to make sure this fits inside that envelope. If it does, even if it's not perfectly square, it doesn't matter as long as it fits in there. And then I've got, if you look back there, that aluminum perforated sheet, that's what's going to be the surface that gets screwed to this. Yeah, I mean, this is very much DIY, guys. This stuff, my dad told me to get the MAP instead of the propane because MAP is, it even says right here, faster heat transfer than propane. This rotor is nice and warm now. Still hot enough to keep my hand on it, but it's not comfortable. What is this at? Yeah, like 130. So, still cool enough to handle though. This is still like 400, but this side should be cool enough so I can just take this and try to cool it off. All right, so I mean, this looks halfway decent. So I'm very impressed with the strength of this stuff. I got a very tiny amount, and I have no doubts that this is going to be more than strong enough to do a frame for this. Question is, how square am I? Woohoo! That corner's good. Oh, there's crap on here. Holy shit, is this actually square? Holy shit, it's actually square. Look at that, guys. It's actually square. Holy crap. Well, what do you know? Look at that. All right, let's see what live chat's doing here. How come I can't keep live chat up? Question is, did I get my length correct, okay? Meaning, is this, how hot is this? 80, 80, 60, 78, okay. Cool. All right, let's see if this fits inside that build envelope. Let me make sure this isn't too hot to damage my... That's still like 200 there, but this is metal. As long as I don't put the wires on it. All right. So this is the actual like mechanism from my K40. So this has to fit in here. See, and this is a little too wide. It's a tight fit, but yeah, it's the right direction. So this side is kicked out a little too far. As you can see here, this fits in here. I mean, it's not terrible. I could hammer this in, but I mean, this will work. That's the whole point, is not to get something that's perfect. I need something that works so I can get these masks cut. Oh, it gets tighter as it goes down here. So I'm wondering if this is this welded? Yeah, this is. So, I mean, I could always grind this down or even... I broke one of the welds. All right, let's try that again. So the thing is, this side up here was too long. Where's my tape measure? Yeah, just a little too long up there. All right, well, it's just more practice. So let's just tack these again. No big deal. Wait, is this one tacked? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Alright, let me get my mask on. I'm going to go in the corner this time. Alright. Let's let that cool. I was waiting for that to break. But this is all I have for anything to protect the surface from heat right now. Alright. Where the hell's live chat? There we go. Why can't I keep live chat up? Alright. So I got in the corner here now. I just need to tack this other side back down. Okay. Let me put that in because that's probably still very warm. It's all a learning experience. It's the first time I'm doing this, so hopefully this inspires somebody else to try this. I mean, this is, so like all the stuff we use like the 3D printers for and the laser cutters, while this isn't super strong for like really structural stuff that's gonna have heavy loads, this is nice because I can now make my own aluminum pieces right here in-house, which is nice. Yeah, we're at like 230 right now, so it's not bad. All right. Rest in peace, tile scraps. So this is not, this is really strong. Okay. All right. Not perfectly square. gonna bend it a little bit. My cuts are definitely not perfect 45, so. But I think I can always bend it and square it up once I tack it. It's close enough. Good enough for government work. Come on. Some stress. Put some fucking weight on here. Why are you not moving? Oh, you know why? Because this weld... Hang on. I'm just going to break this one and bend it up because this one moved too much on me. Alright, let's try this again. Bothering me is why won't this? Alright, so that's square right there. Alright. I'm definitely gonna have to bend this a bit. Why can't I see the live chat here? Alright, I'm putting my mask back on. Make sure it's tight. Alright, we're good. Alright. Now this is some of the bars, so this is probably going to remelt as soon as shortly after I hit it with the heat. Okay, I'm just gonna grind these down once we're done tacking everything and welding it to make it all smooth. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit because remember it's still molten for a little bit. So if I take this off, it's gonna move. I got just this one, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna check it again, make sure it fits relatively snug in there or has, you know, the tolerances, and then we'll go to do full welds and everything in all the corners on all the sides. And then if anything doesn't fit, I'm just going to grind it down. Because I do have an angle grinder and I also have the Dremel. So I wish YouTube would show me, like, keep the live chat up, but I have to, like, touch my phone every single time. What are you using on the laser cutter? I don't know what you mean by that. I do have metal C-clamps, but I don't know if they're tall enough to go on this depth. Like I said, this does not need to be perfectly flat. It does not need to be perfectly square. It just, you know, you do have your focal distance on your laser that has its tolerances, but it doesn't always need to be dead nuts. You do have some area where it's still going to cut correctly and still be in focus. So it doesn't need to be dead nuts. Yeah, that's at 400, so it's not gonna. That's below. I heard 700 was the temp that this stuff melts at. So as long as we're under 700, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it like deforming, so to speak. So why is this? Not sitting flush? Is it because of this here? I gotta grind this down a little bit. There we go, okay. We're looking a lot better here. So you can see it is under some stress. Let me see if my C-clamp will fit, because if that's the case, I can at least get it clamped over the edge here and hold the piece in place. No, I don't think these are gonna fit. Well, that sucks. Wait, unless, hang on. Can I get it in here? Nope. I don't really have a way to. I'd almost need a metal corner piece. Alright, well, we gotta work with what we got. Okay, that's still pretty warm, but not unbearable. Okay, so that squares up. I just need to be able to hold this in place. I hear the ceramic tile making noise. All right, let's see here. Baling wire. What are you guys saying here? All right. Get 2 heavy pieces on each side, call it a day. 2 rotors. Where's a good place to buy K40? I'm not sure. Oh, what type of material? It's the overhead transparency sheets. I think it's a PET type plastic. No, don't touch it. Yeah, I know. I'm leaving it. I'm letting it chill here for a sec, literally. So what I'm going to do once this cools down, I'm going to flip it over and do the other sides. I'm going to measure it instead of trying to put it in the K40 thing, because I know if I'm 14 and a quarter this way and 12 or 14, yeah, 14 and a quarter this way and 12 and 1/8 this way, it's going to fit. So, and worst case scenario, I can just grind down what doesn't. And the only thing I should have to grind is like the actual aluminum solder, whatever the hell you want to call these rods I'm using. That's all I should have to do. Yeah, we're still at 400 on here. Yeah, tile's pretty hot. But here's the thing, since this is under 400, I can move this now. So, let's just check. Yeah, I mean, it's actually, so these cuts are terrible, but this is actually square. So, let's go ahead and get it welded up, or soldered, or whatever the hell you want to call this. Where did I, oh. I got a little bubble here. Can always grind that off. Not a big deal. I'll probably use this again just by. How's that? It's not bad. They were at 400 now. Now, I'm going to take this and hammer this on the floor because this is sitting a little high. All right, perfect. Cool. Actually, I should probably, I'll do that once I do the weld, or whatever I'm gonna call this. It's a little bulged out, but we'll hammer it all out and grind it and whatnot when we're done. All right, I'll try that again once it cools. Let's see what live chat's doing. Hang on. Let it flow. In all the videos I saw, they're doing this. They're not just soldering it. All right, well, I can always grind it down. So the thing, although when I was looking, so this you can see filled in really nice. I almost need to like stand this up, I think, to get these bigger corner openings filled in. But again, this is good enough where I can just grind it down. Doesn't really make a difference. Definitely was getting it too hot. Where's my fluke? Okay, this side. Square. Alright. Then I'm also going to get on the inside here. Alright. Oh, look at that. Did much better on that one. Alright, you should have rented a welder from Home Depot. Nope. What'd you say? Gloves for that rotor? Yeah, probably. Brush with the groove. Okay. 3-to-1 odds it doesn't fit. That's why I have angle grinder, and I also have the Dremel, so we'll make it fit. Okay. Look how much better I did on that one. How's that? It's almost like this is my first time using this stuff. Oh yeah, hammer, that worked too. How's that? Is that much better? It's my first time using this stuff, so. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna let that cool down because, let's see. That's 400. That's, that stuff. So this whole thing's pretty hot right now, so we gotta take a little break here and let this cool down. I mean, this stuff is pretty cool for someone that doesn't have a ton of specialized tools. This is really nice to be able to actually make something like this. Yeah, it's not too bad, especially if I grind that down. Like, that'll look real nice. I mean, I don't really care how it looks, to be honest, as long as it's functional. This is a form over function type thing. Give it a cold beer. I'm gonna go get a cold beer. How's that? Bam. All right. Yeah, this is yeah, that's what I mean. For small projects or even repairs or low strength stuff, why not? Like this is nice. All right, we're at 100 over here now. Probably, yeah, we're at like 300 here. That rotor's getting warm though. So I can grab it over on this side. This side, 200 right here. Let me go grab, I got a second one. These are the old rotors from Samantha's car. Okay, shitty rotor. Your work is done for a little bit, so you cool off. Because we got a new one. Ha-ha! We're still square. Bam! Cold rotor. Let's do it. Alrighty. How's that? See, it's almost like the more you do it, the better you get. Do you guys know that that's how things work in life? How's that? Fuck yeah. This is very oddly satisfying. Alright, so I'm gonna flip this over and check the other sides and make sure those are good. So, I mean, everything's looking flush and flat and square. YOLO! Alright, let's do it. I think my bench is going to have char marks on it. Tiles cracking! Woohoo! Fuck yeah! Oh, yeah. Like I said, I got a little blob here. I can just grind this off. Not even worried about it. And then if there's like a hole where I grind, then I can just hit it again. What do you mean it's all softening and spreading? I guess we'll find out. Okay. Let's do it. Not as flat, but it'll work. All right, so I just got these two corners left, and then I'm gonna do the insides. The insides hopefully should be easy because I can just swipe it up. And then I was thinking about putting like a support rod down the center here to support the mesh. So I've got aluminum rod. I was thinking about putting a little piece of aluminum rod in here. But we'll see. Bam! Cool. Alright, I got a little blob down here, but I got no holes, so... Alright, we're making progress. Let that cool down. Oh yeah, we're at like 700 plus right now. Where's my live chat? I'm just saying, each time he heats it up, it's a little softening. Yeah, well, I'll find out. Okay, we're at like 350 now. This whole thing's pretty warm. Whew! Yeah, buddy. All right. It's the last corner. Alright, good enough. I can always grind that off. This filled in nicely up top here. Like I said, I got a little blob here, but this we're just gonna take off with a grinder. I just got these inside corners left here. So, but I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna end the stream unless I can pause it, and then I'll come back because this is gonna take a little while to cool down because this whole piece now is real hot. I couldn't even keep my fingers on it. That's why I was pushing it real quick. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna finish this up after this cools. I'm just gonna do the insides here, and then take my Dremel, and then just grind this down and make it flush as I can. And if there's any holes, I'm gonna just touch them up and then grind it again until I get a nice smooth surface. Now, I only need a smooth surface up top because I just need the sheet that goes on here to sit flat. The bottom, I don't really care because it's the bottom. But this stuff is really interesting, and I think this is nice for doing little stuff like this. So, how are you gonna weld the inside without softening the whole joint? I don't know, we'll find out. I'll let you know. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up, and thanks for stopping by, everybody. I will do another video once I get this all going into the cutter, so stay tuned. I need to get this done tonight so I can start getting these sheets cut. Bye-bye now.